Hey guys, Rusty here, Junior there. Got the tractor all fixed. Just a little fitting issue, and then I had to bend the dipstick over. So obviously we're not back over here. Mistake made, my part. There's the tree branch that killed me. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is start clearing out some trees, chainsaw, and just work on getting stuff cleared out. So that took an hour out. Girlfriend's off getting some fence posts, so we'll put in some more fence posts, but I'll check back at the end of the day. We'll see how far we get. Hopefully we can get this section and a cut through down there done. See ya. Okay guys, week 7 kind of ended early last week. Did get the tractor running. Did clear up a lot of the trees over here, so now it's just pretty much brush and a couple of shrubs and stuff. So because I'm getting too many of these piles right here, and we haven't been able to burn as much wood as we're trying to burn, going to start working my property line on the back side across there, clearing it, and then I could just start building the brush back there and then work all the way back over this way and see what the property looks like when it's all clear. So I got some posts to put in, and then I'll check back in. Okay, so did my post from last week and this week, got all that caught up. Tell you what, sometimes when it's humid out here, a little bit of work seems like a lot of work, but I'm gonna start working this property line. So I got this path here, it cuts in and out. I set my tractor up over there. You really can't see where it's at. I kind of set it on the tree that's the corner. This way I can gauge like what's mine, what's not, because I can't run a string through all this brush. It'll just freaking zigzag. So what I can tell is pretty much right here where that little pine tree is, right there is the corner post of that fence. So this pine tree, I'm going to try to touch it with my finger, bam bam bam, right there is pretty much the corner. So I can start working all this stuff. This road does a big curve down here, and that's where it kind of exits my property and then cuts back in to my property. So I'm going to start at that end, obviously start getting through this brush. I'm going to try to work, my idea is to do 2 piles. One pile to be the compost, which would be pretty much a little bit off of the property line, and then a pile next to that, which would be anything that could be wood chipped or burnt. And then I could just go right along this side of the property as if it's a berm, but you still can't even see my. But here's where the road curves in, goes way out. My property right through there, if you can see that little bit of yellow, is the tractor. So my property line's right here. Trail comes out, cuts back around. So we're gonna start working that end over there, see how good we can rake it. I'll see if I can hook my camera up on the tractor and show you like how I'm using that actual bucket. So I'll check back in. Well guys, this is where we got 2 sections before I blew the, I'm guessing it's the hydraulic feed hose to the filter. And it blew in like the worst spot. Normally if it would have broke like with the other piece, wherever it broke, I would have repaired it. I can't I'm gonna drown myself. And the worst thing is you know, we were calling for rain today, so I literally grabbed the battery for the tractor and the chainsaw. I didn't bring my tool bag or anything like that. I was like, you know, We're not going to be doing much out here, just working on this property line. Now I got to figure out how to get this to a dry spot. So this is not going to be fun. I can do one of two things. I can run it and as fast as I can get it back to where I'm at without using any of the hydraulics minus the steering, but once I run out of steering, I'm probably going to be screwed. And this is not a spot where I want to leave my tractor. This is basically on the outside of the property and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is try to back it up as fast as I can. There's a little cut behind me back there that I could park it in and hopefully be able to get some work done on it before I run out of steering, or at least break down in dry land. We'll see how it works out. I'm gonna have to run to the shop, grab some tools, run back out here. So I guess we'll be checking back in next week. Okay, so here's the culprit. Seems like week 7's not such a lucky week because last week I damaged the fitting, so killed it early. Decided to continue week 7 this week, and I guess if I would have got another 30 to 45 minutes with the tractor last week, this would have went. So I mean, I wasn't really doing a lot of heavy lifting with it, so it's time to go, and you can see it bursted. And this would be the reason that I'm not taking care of the small stuff on the tractor, because it's like, well, if I would have took care of all that, this would have still busted anyways. So eventually that stuff's gonna bust. It does suck being way out here and getting only an hour's worth of work in before something like this happens, but I mean, it's all part of what we're trying to do, you know, budget wise, and save money where we can. But yeah, so I'll have to drop this off and get this line made and then be back on the grind next week. So loading up, not really feeling like doing anything else out here. It's super wet out here, so it's nice to see like where everything is after it rains. But we'll check in on week 8 and get through this week 7, guys. See you on the next one.